y'all, welcome back for another Tech Talk video. Today we are getting into my top 5 retailers that I recommend you shop for your cameras and your tech. Let's get into it. In no particular order, one of the places that I highly recommend getting your gear from is Amazon. Why? Because one, if you have Prime membership, it's gonna deliver in 2 days in most cases. 2, it's reliable, and if something happens, like, they're pretty easy when it comes to returns. And 3, I just feel like there's a lot of different brands that are represented through Amazon that allows you to purchase high quality gear for an affordable price. So brands that I can think of off the top of my head are like Newer, like UB Size. There's a whole bunch of different brands that you can come to learn and know that can be your go-to for finding gear at an affordable price. So if you aren't shopping on Amazon, which you probably are, you need to get your gear from there, child, because you can find a whole lot of dupes, a whole lot of equipment that is affordable but also gets the job done. I will also say sometimes you can catch sales on your tech on Amazon. So sometimes they may have like coupons that you can clip where it's like 10% off, 20% off, or a certain dollar amount off. So I would definitely check that out. And if you're ever like scoping out equipment, I would add the Honey widget to your like Google Chrome. For me, Honey is a place where like when you go to checkout, you can click apply coupons and it'll apply all the coupons that they have for that site. And if it applies and works, then you could save some money and it's at no additional cost to you. So I like doing that, but they have a feature where you can add an item to your drop list, which basically means Honey is going to track the price of that item. And so if the price drops, they'll send you an email saying, hey, like the item you were looking at, the price has dropped on it. So you can kind of keep track of it instead of like just buying it immediately. Sometimes you may want to wait around to see if a deal or two comes through. And you always want to remember, like during holiday season, like those are great times. Anytime there's like a national holiday or anything like that, those are the times that you want to check and see if there's sales going on, because typically they're always doing like a 4th of July sale, a summer sale, a Christmas sale, Black Friday sale, like those kind of things. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind when you're investing your money in equipment. Number 2, this is probably the first place that I really was buying equipment from and that I really love, and that's Best Buy. Y'all, Best Buy literally has all the things you can think of, but what I love about it is, one, they have brick and mortar stores, so you can go into a Best Buy, try out some cameras, you can touch and feel and experience the equipment that you're thinking about investing your money in, and they also have coupons and discounts sometimes, so you may be able to get like a bang for your buck when you shop at Best Buy. Another thing that I really do love about Best Buy is that they have options where you can purchase items that are open box. Now what that means is, if I bought this microphone here and I didn't like it and I took it back to, I already opened the box. That is what an open box product is. So most of the time they will discount those items slightly or even a lot depending on like, you know, the condition of the box or those kind of things, but you can get like a new microphone that was simply just returned for a cheaper price by buying the open box. So I would definitely recommend that. I personally haven't really experienced the whole refurbished goods vibe that they have at Best Buy. I do like my computers, my iPads, all the things that's gonna have like personal information on it. Those things I like to buy either brand new or open box. I don't really care for refurbished items, even though, like I said, I haven't really experienced that. But as far as like getting what you need to get for a low price, make sure you always check out their open box options, because you may be getting something that's in excellent condition for a cheaper price. And yeah, that's why I like Best Buy. Best Buy always gonna be that girl for me. Okay. Next up, I would recommend shopping at BH Photo and Video. Now, depending on where you live, like in New York, they have brick and mortar stores, but where I'm at, they ain't got no brick and mortar store down here, so I have to order online. I used to consistently use this site when I was purchasing the seamless paper backdrops. You know, back before this whole lifestyle vibe, show me the room type vibe was going on YouTube, when we used to need a professional backdrop, or for my photographers out there, I love using the seamless paper backdrops that they have. I think the brand is called Savage, and I use that from BH Photo Video. They have quick shipping as well, so I would definitely recommend them for that. But they also have like cameras, equipment, and all the things like that. I do believe they sell used equipment as well. So again, another affordable option that'll allow you to get like the high quality gear that you're looking to get. And most of the times when they resell those used items, they go through some sort of inspection to where it's cleared to, you know, be sold and used and it functions properly, unless they're selling it for parts. So I would just pay attention to all that jazz when you're shopping for like used products and stuff like that. But child, don't be shy. It's basically giving thrift shop for electronics when you buy used. So try it out. I'll slide this one in here before I get to the last one, but for all of my military people, or if you know somebody who got the military card, whether it's a dependent card, active, retired, first of all, thank you for your service. But baby, if you are not shopping at the BX or the PX or whatever they call it on your nearest base, what are you doing? Because they don't charge tax. So I definitely will recommend. I know my first MacBook that I ever got, my dad purchased for me on base, and it didn't have any taxes I had to pay on it, so I was happy about that. Also, you know, tax-free weekend, keep that in mind, because the school year coming up, and you know, back to school sales and stuff like that, you know, if you're trying to get a little something for the low. But yes, if you have those military benefits, make sure you check out your local BX or PX, because baby, you can get them electronics tax-free. Last but not least is one that you may not think about, or you may feel a little sketchy about it, which is understandable. But a place that I absolutely love to buy my cameras from is eBay. Let me tell you why. So I'm not mistaken, my first camera purchase through eBay was actually after I came back from LA, and if you know, you know, my vlog camera mysteriously disappeared and I had just bought it from like Best Buy. And so I was like, dang, like I really want to replace this camera, but I'm not trying to pay full price, right? So I went on eBay and I was able to find the same camera for a cheaper price, and I bid on it and I got it. Now, a lot of times I don't like do the bidding part on eBay because I just want to know that it's mine. So when I be searching, I'll search for the buy it now options. But one of my favorite things about eBay is that you can find one, great equipment for a fraction of the cost, but two, oftentimes I feel like there are great offers for bundle deals for the equipment that you're looking for. Because, for instance, if I wanted to sell this camera because I'm updating to another camera, then I may not need all of the different accessories that I bought for this camera. So it may behoove me, I ain't used that word in years, it may behoove me to bundle this camera with a camera lens, a mic, an extra battery, whatever it may be. I can bundle that and sell it on eBay for a fraction of the cost that you would normally pay for that if you were buying it brand new. I have bought at least 3 or 4 of my cameras from eBay, and I personally have only had great experiences. Now, I know because you're purchasing on eBay, like it can be a little, you don't know what's going on, whatever. My top recommendation, which I have done with every purchase that I did, is one, not only read the reviews, but I like to message the seller. I'm gonna ask you, why are you selling this camera? What all comes with it? Are the pictures on the listing actual pictures? of the equipment. And those 3 questions normally let me know what I need to know as far as if this is something that I want to buy. And what I look out for is sellers who tell me, oh, I'm upgrading to a new camera, or I'm getting a full frame camera and this one's a crop sensor, so I don't need this anymore. Or anyone who's basically about to buy a new camera and that's why they're selling this one, like, that tells me that they probably take care of their equipment, especially if they're about to invest more money into a more expensive camera. Like, they probably take care of their equipment. Number 2, like I said, the bundle deals. Now, bundles are great because a lot of sellers will throw in additional items with whatever they're selling so they can up the price that they're selling it for. But even when they up the price, it's still probably not going to be the amount that you would pay if you bought it in store with all the accessories. So you will probably get like a bang for your buck. So I personally would definitely recommend exploring eBay if you're in the market for buying new camera or new lenses. And read the descriptions very carefully. Don't just hop on there and buy the first thing that you see is real cheap, because you might buy something that's being sold for parts only or something like that. Now, I personally am very attentive, so every time I see a cheap price, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, oh, they're probably selling this for parts. But don't look at the price tag, look at the description box, look at what's included and what they're selling, then contact the seller. I haven't had any issues doing that so far, and I can give you advice on the equipment too if you need it. Like, I recently bought a pocket cinema camera, and I was like, so do I need like a CFast card or a C Express card or whatever? And they was like, oh, I'd be using SD cards, it worked fine. Okay, great. Give me all the information of your old camera that you're about to sell to me so I can know what I'm doing when I get it. Glad I got to share with you guys my favorite retailers for buying cameras in tech. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads. And in the meantime, make sure you check out last week's video where I answered your questions. If you're a creator, make sure you check out that video because I spilled the tea and I told y'all all the answers to your questions. As always, I love y'all, and until next week.